Hi guys, I'm Alderton here and welcome to episode 11 of Built. A little bit different this time. We're going to be doing some bombs on the beach. Let's go. What this episode today is all about is focus. And what I'm going to be taking you through is 4 different things for you to consider to get more focused. And I'm on a bit of a timeline because I am not moving this board and the tide is going in. The first thing that I want you to have a look at is the word focus and a little bit of an acronym. And that acronym is follow one course until successful. So many people chop and change their habits and routines without giving anything enough chance to work. This can be a new piece of software that you're using, it could be journaling, it could be fitness, it could be a new nutritional regime. Most people do something for 1 or 2 weeks, and as soon as something shiny or new comes across, they get rid of that and they go on to the next thing. The problem with that, however, is you're not giving it enough time to work. And if you just focus on 1 or 2 things and be consistent with it, you'll see the results from your efforts. One thing that you also have to understand is consistency isn't always sexy. And it's usually the basic things that work. But as soon as you start seeing a reward from those basic, easy things to do, you can start to focus more and become successful. A lot of people suffer from overwhelm. And the reason they're overwhelmed is they're trying to do too many things at once. If you just follow 1 thing or 2 things, very simply, then you will get success. Focus for number 2. Eat a frog. Now, what do I mean by eating a frog? Well, as you can imagine, eating a frog probably isn't the nicest thing to do. And there's a great quote by Mark Twain that says, if you were to wake up each morning and eat a live frog, you can spend the rest of the day satisfied that the worst thing that you've done for the day has gone. And basically what it's saying to do is to stop yourself from procrastinating, do things early in the morning that you don't want to do. Some of my practices is sea swimming. I have been spending the last couple of weeks jumping in this sea at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's kind of the last thing that I want to do. But as soon as I come out, I feel fantastic. And if you have any projects or things that you've been procrastinating over and you do them first thing in the morning, guess what happens? You are a lot more focused and motivated to do other things. Another thing that it says about eating a frog is if you spend too much time looking at a frog, it becomes harder to eat. So it's so important to just get stuck into that thing and not think too much about it. If I focus too much of jumping in that sea in the morning, I wouldn't do it. I just get in and I just do it. So a tip to focus is to eat a frog every morning. Do the thing that you really don't want to do and do it anyway. Tip number 3 is a little bit of a focus hack that I like to do, and I'm going to call this one the laptop tip. Now what the laptop tip is if you've got a project to get done, grab your laptop, leave the charger at home and go to a coffee shop. Once you get in the coffee shop, switch your phone on airplane mode and focus on doing your work. You've probably only got about 2 to 2.5 hours before your battery dies on your laptop, which will enable you to get hyper focused on getting whatever it is that you need to get done complete. So a little tip and a challenge for you, grab a laptop, fully charged of course, head over to a coffee shop, switch off your mobile phone, and that thing that you've really got to get done, go and do it before your battery runs out. Give it a try. It is so awesome and so productive to do, but also make sure that you've got autosave on your work. And my fourth and final tip is set yourself up to win. It is so important to set yourself up to win for getting shit done and getting more focus. If you've got to get up early and go to the gym, the best thing that you can do is pack your gym bag the night before, put your socks right next to your bed and get everything within arm's reach for you to go. That is going to get rid of all of those excuses where you're sitting in bed not wondering if you want to get up, and it's going to cause you to be more focused and get stuff done. One thing that I particularly like to do on a Sunday and the evening before the next day is to write up my to-do lists, so I'm fully aware of the things that I've got to get done for the next day. Make sure that you are writing shit down, that you are ticking boxes off, and that you are speaking as quickly as possible, because the tide's coming in and I'm gonna drown. So my fourth and final tip for focus is to set yourself up to win. Ladies and gents, we are living in an information abundance age. This thing in our pocket can make us skinny, rich and happy. But the trouble is, this thing is causing us to get fat, miserable and skint. Put it to good use, use it for good, and when you're not using for good, switch it off and get focused on getting shit done. Nobody is gonna do this stuff for you. It's up to you to do it. And you have so many tools in your pocket now to create that life that you want to live. So if this is going to be any motivation for you to get focused and for me not to drown, it's to do that. Ladies and gents, hopefully you enjoyed this little different built series. I'm going to finish there because if I don't, I'm probably going to drown. Please, please, please smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And I also want to know what it is that you want to see next week. I can't really go any further into the sea, but it would be cool if we did more knowledge bombs in different random places. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Adios, amigos.